Alright, hello everyone, hope you're well, hope you're all staying safe. In today's No Man's Sky video, I'm going to be doing something which I think is a little bit overdue, and that is simply explaining multiplayer in the year 2020. So I made a video last year explaining how multiplayer worked, and it somehow got like over 100,000 views, so people must be interested in it in some shape or another, and with the addition of Beyond and also crossplay, No Man's Sky multiplayer has developed a load since my original video. So today I want to break down the multiplayer feature in No Man's Sky, clear up some confusion along the way, and so much more. As always guys, before we get into the video, I do really quickly want to plug my Discord and my Patreon, both of which will be in the description of the video. Check them out if you feel like supporting me or being a part of the MZK community. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to explain the different kinds of multiplayer that exist in No Man's Sky. First of all, you have arguably the most famous aspect of No Man's Sky multiplayer, which is ambient. So if you happen to cross paths with another player, whether that be a friend or a complete random explorer, then they will be visible to you and you will be visible to them. I would say that ambient multiplayer is probably the best form of multiplayer in No Man's Sky because it does align with what Hello Games originally wanted the game to have, as in it was mostly a solo experience, but the opportunity to visit other players and come across them was possible. No Man's Sky was originally supposed to be a much more lonely game with a pressing feeling of isolation, and I do kind of wish the multiplayer was focused a little bit more on this original aesthetic. Now, I can safely say that I have never experienced ambient multiplayer because it is so goddamn rare. The chances of stumbling across another player just by pure chance is incredibly low, but what is important is that it is possible. So yeah, ambient multiplayer does exist in No Man's Sky. Also, you can join a friends game directly from the main menu, and this is a lovely touch. This is by far the easiest way of playing with your No Man's Sky friends. Joining a friends game from the main menu, as I said, allows you to pick whatever save file you would like to play with. So you can choose to play on your permadeath save, your normal save, your creative save, what have you. And when you join their game, you should spawn in a close vicinity to your friend. Also, when leaving a friend's session, your progress does indeed save, and if you made a manual save, then your position is saved too. If you want to get back to your original starting place, head to a space station's portal, and from here you can view your recently discovered systems. Second, we have intentional multiplayer, so this includes missions and forming groups. So the main chunk of multiplayer in No Man's Sky does indeed come from the addition of the space anomaly. The space anomaly can be summoned by bringing up the quick selection menu, which is X on PC, or I think maybe the D-pad on console, and spawning it in from one of the selections. Entering the anomaly will place you in a lobby of sorts, where you can see dozens of other players, you can interact with these players, form groups, and a load more. So the big square structure in the middle of the anomaly is called the Nexus, and the Nexus allows you to create lobbies for multiplayer missions. There are a load of multiplayer missions that you can select from. There are also now weekly missions as well, which do get updated. So these lobbies hold up to 4 people, and initializing a mission will alert all players in the anomaly to encourage them to join. These missions can also be done solo. They are just a little bit more difficult, if you want to say that, or I would say personally a bit more boring, but what is important is that they aren't multiplayer exclusive, although they are technically part of the main chunk of multiplayer. The anomaly is where you'll get the main meat of social content in No Man's Sky. You will see that players are all fully modeled and also have their platform icon next to their name. No Man's Sky now has full cross-platform support, which does allow you to play with your mates on other consoles or PCs, but we'll get into the details of that very shortly. So you can invite any person you meet to a group of up to 4 people, and to do so, you simply go up to the player and hold down E for PC or whatever your select tool is for console. This kid pied me really fucking hard, but yeah, we don't talk about that. So if you were to go to the pause menu of No Man's Sky and head into the multiplayer tab, you can find a load of useful information. Firstly, loads of preferences for multiplayer can be found on the left, with abilities to turn off PvP, base sharing, voice chat, and so forth. These are really handy, and I would definitely recommend giving these a little look if you don't want screaming kids in your party or to even get damaged by other players. On the right, you will see your group displaying all players currently a part of your little gang. This is where you can also leave your group should you choose to do so. A little button saying nearby players displays all players in your instance, and from here you can add them as friends or invite them to a group. Below this is the option to see your friends list. On the left will be friends you currently have on your chosen platform, so for me it's just my Steam friends, with an option to invite them to the game if you were to hover over their individual names. And on the right is your No Man's Sky friends. These are your friends which have been added on other platforms, and again, like your normal friends, these can be invited directly to your game from hovering over their name. The bottom of the screen shows two buttons, one of which is to display your No Man's Sky friend code. This is your unique code which you will give to friends on other platforms in order to become acquaintances. And below this is also the option to add No Man's Sky friends. So this is where you input your cross-platform friends' unique IDs. This is near enough identical to other systems that exist out there, like say Activision accounts, so it shouldn't be all that difficult to grasp. Now, a few things about forming and destroying groups. So teaming up and doing a Nexus mission will often teleport you to a mission-specific system when leaving the Anomaly. Your position is also not saved during these missions. This is really important to remember because they must be completed in one sitting. If you were to find a save point on a planet during a mission, log off and log back in, you will be spawned back in the Anomaly and have to start the mission from scratch. I'm not entirely sure why this has been done. I guess it's because the missions aren't really that long and they are very doable in one sitting, but yeah, it's kind of weird if you don't exactly know what's going on. Also, once the mission has been completed and handing it in, leaving the Anomaly transports you back to your original starting system, which is a really nice touch. If you were to leave the Anomaly as a group, it will give you an option on whether you want to transport back to your original system or one of your friends' current systems, or whoever is in your group. And again, this is a really nice touch. This was a fairly recent addition, it didn't exist before, so thank you Hello Games for this. And as a little side note, for whatever reason, you can stay in a group whilst also being in different parts of the universe. I'm not exactly sure what benefit this gives other than being able to do your own thing and to not be penalized, so yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense, but you can be thousands of miles away and still in a group, so yeah, I guess that's cool. I'm not really sure. But yeah, guys, I think that just about does it for today's video. Hopefully this made sense, and as always, if there's anything that you would like to know that I say missed out in this video, do comment it down below and I will do my best to figure it out, give you a response or what have you. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please do feel free to leave a big juicy like on it. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Take care.